I had these things in school, and I would collect many things, like everything I came across. I would carry this with me together with scissors and glue, because you never know. Like, okay, you can do that when you get home. I always tell people I work with paper and textile, and I'm a very technical person, and I'm very, the materials are very important to me, and the tangibility also. But that's the material side, and then like the content side is more about being human and just human beings in general. This is like a small publication, like it was this cheese package, and I opened it, and I thought, this is a book, I make a book. That was it. So it was a bit like a funny thing. And this one, it's observations I've made over the years, and I applied this coding system to it. I created all these rules for myself to be able to make this book, which I would say comes back into DSET, that which was the first like actual publishing project I did. So DSET started with this game, and in the start, when I thought, okay, this is a game rule book, and I should be writing the game rules, and the rules are important. And then I realized that's not the point for me. It's not the point of the work, and that's not the point of the book. What I'm actually interested in is how people reacted to a game without rules, and how their associations were so different, and how people let go of rules, and how some people do that very easily, or some other people, they don't even want to play because they want to hold on to those rules. And that's what I showed to all the visitors. Like, these are the cards. Tell me, what are you gonna play? And sometimes I played along, sometimes they played a game. And while I was playing those games, I was already thinking, okay, what is this? What are we doing here? And I thought it was very interesting what was happening, so I made notes. And then already during that process, the thought came up like, okay, it should be like some kind of game rule book. So it should be a book. This needs to be a book. And I made the cards myself. Yeah, so like these two cards, they belong together. And this is the actual set card. So it's an existing game, and I made this card myself. And then the sticker pattern matches. So it also means you don't see the original card often, or it's hard to see. So if you try to play the original game with these additional cards, you cannot, and you get very frustrated, which is what happened. Yeah, I've always been interested in materiality, like I said before, and I think an art book is a beautiful way to have art in your hands. And I think it's a very the way you experience this type of art is so different from other art, because the attention span is much longer. With this book, when you move the pages, it changes, so you're actually involved in the work, not just by seeing it or perceiving it. You're actually moving the pages, and the pages are transparent, so it changes the composition kind of. The book has won 2 prizes, and making the book and people appreciating it. I know it's strange but sometimes you just need other people to say, yes, that's okay, I like it too. Oh, okay, then I will continue. When I started studying fashion, we had to have a dummy, that's what we called it. And I still have it to this day. And this is still my way of working. So I collect things, I make drawings, I do these tests, also do vinyl cutting, so I do tests, and I make sketches, and I always collect it in these type of books, so they're quite important to me. And this is always my starting point. I also do a lot of workshops, mostly with kids, and I got this Riso Gokko. Gokko means make-believe play. And I didn't know, and I was like, that's a perfect fit for me. This is just for the students to see what Riso is, and for them to understand how to work with two colors, with two layers, and how they will work on top of each other. Well, recently this year I've made this work. It's this wrapping paper, the paper you usually throw out. I really wanted this thin, flimsy, nothing paper. And I've written love letters to all of my past lovers. I used sort of an enfleurage technique to capture my own scent. And that's what I put into the letters. I'm currently researching palimpsest. And palimpsest is actually kind of this. It's usually what is meant is that it's two texts written on top of each other. I'm inspired by the text of Wendell Berry. It is made with the body and it appeals to the senses. That's what I talked about before. And he connects that to the palimpsest, and he sort of is kind of a manifest towards handwriting, why he handwrites things and typewrites things rather than types on a computer, because there is this bodily involvement in the work that is then still visible. There's this beautiful picture by Pauline Oldhaten of these worker gloves that are sort of, I think, hanged on a fence. And then, because they have been used and worked on, and they're very stiff, it's like the person just really carefully took their hands out of the gloves and then walked away, almost if he was going to lift and then decided halfway, no, actually, you want to leave. And yeah, I don't know what happened there, but it's so expressive. Hands. I have a hand here. This is a glove. This is a hand. I put it on the wall. This is often how I do research. I don't try to understand it. I just, always from this observer type of perspective, that always comes with publishing, with artistic publishing, that there is so much care of the maker in there. Yeah, that's what I usually really value also in other artistic publishing. For me, care and attentiveness, or is that the word? Yeah, maybe. That's really connected to art, because it's something you want to express that's so close to you. Of course you handle it with care then. For me, it's natural. Yeah, so then that's why publishing fits, I think.